Hello and welcome to the Vintage and Classic Motorwork channel. This is a little bonus video for the Morgan. Just received a parcel, so I'm going to open it up and show you what's in there. Looking forward to this one. So in this video I'm going to show you how to clean these bonnets up. I've just purchased these from a lovely chap up in the deepest, darkest depths of Scotland. I found them on eBay and we arranged a deal and I got them shipped down to me, so I'm really happy with them. They're in great condition, a bit of surface rust here and there obviously, a bit of damage on the top, but I'm going to dress all that out. I'm going to shop blast them, I'm going to get them looking as good as new, or as good as I can get them. And they will go with the 4-seater body that I'm doing. So this is just a little bonus video to go with that compilation of stuff that I'm doing. But I've got a chassis that I'm going to be repairing, a 4-seater chassis. I've got the matching bulkhead, I've got the inner wings, I've now got the bonnets and the front cowl. So I've got quite a bit of this car, and then once I've repaired all these sections, it'll all then be put up for sale, and that will then fund my next YouTube project. So this is a bonus little video and I'm going to show you the techniques involved to do this. So I will crack on with that and show you the processes involved. Okay, so the bonnet's turned out pretty good, very impressive actually on the grand scheme of things. Like I said, a bit of damage there, a bit of a nick in the louver. So what I'm going to do now is just run a DA over it, sand it all up, and then start dressing a few of the marks out and get it ready. Okay, so I've just brought the bonnet back to my workshop. When I was doing all this earlier, that's where I work in the day. So I was starting the project off there and now brought it here just so I can continue working on it in the evenings. What I'm going to do now is just remove this dent here. I have got another small dent here and just a little one up here. I'm just going to use a simple hammer and dolly for this process. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. I'm just going to lift these out, give them a light file, and then use the DA afterwards just to clean it all up. And then that is pretty much it. And then I'll get the bonnet looking as good as new, hopefully. So, a flat dolly, flat face dolly, a hammer with a slight crown on it, because this isn't completely flat, it has a little bit of shape into it, and that's just going to help it when it lifts up. What I don't want to do is smack it really hard, because it's already stretched with the damage, and what I don't want to do is then smack it even more really hard and stretch it even more. So I do have a slight crease in here now where it went over, so I'm literally using this dolly here with a nice radius face on it and a flat faced hammer. I'm just going to take this out here. So I've now got the worst of the shape out, but I know it has sunk in a little bit here and just around there. So what I'm going to do is use a slapper with the block behind. I'm going to slap the panel, and what that's going to do with a little bit of pressure behind is raise the material out. So when I'm doing it, I'm literally coming down and striking the panel like so, just a glance and blow. And just to finish it off, I'm just going to lift up this edge here, which has got a folded lip underneath. Okay, really happy with how that's come out, and that is literally it. Just a light file up and a DA, and you wouldn't even know there was any damage there. That's good enough for this, I think. Again, I've got an impact there. There was a slight one there. Just going to use a nicely curved dolly which matches the profile of this and the slapper and help raise that out. Okay, so I've given it an 80, 120, then jumped to 240 and 500 grit DA just to get the surface marks out. I'm now going to go over a bit of scotch, and that will just finish off the panel. I'll put a nice little neat edge, and that is all I need to do for this. Okay, so now that's done, I always finish off with a little bit of emery, and I literally just go round the edge, and this just adds that finishing touch. I used to finish my panels off at Morgan always like this, so it just adds that little bit. It doesn't make any difference to the panel, it just adds that, I don't know how to say it, it's a nice finishing touch, I suppose, once you've done the panel. As you can see, it's tidied up quite nicely, and if I just spin that over, there you go. So this isn't the final finish before it gets painted, but I just wanted to take off everything that was on it just to give me a good idea of what was underneath. And for about 2 hours work, I gotta say, I'm very happy with the outcome and the purchase I've made. So sorry about the noise in the background, but this is just a show other bits I've got to do. So I've got a 4-seater chassis. It's had some really bad patches put on there, so I'll be replacing them. I've got some inner wings which are a bit crusty at the front and over here, so I'll be repairing them. I've got a bulkhead that's had a real bad patch put on the front, so I'll be chopping that off and repairing it. I think there's a section down below here, so I'll be cleaning all that up and making that look like new. So there are potential other episodes to this Morgan build other than just the body that I'm going to be doing. Okay, so now I've got that bit lined up on there and you can see the difference. I'm now going to repeat the process on the other side of the bonnet. I'm going to add a bit more shape to it. I don't think there's as much damage in this one. I'm not going to film it all again, but I'm going to show you the end result so you get a good idea of the whole process and the time it takes and what's involved. Okay, so now I've shot blast the bonnet, and at a closer look I've got a little hole there that needs welding up. Has got a bit of a flat spot through here, so I am going to have to dress that out. Another little impact around here. The camera's not picking it up, but I'll show you that later. So damage on the front, not too bad. The louvers are okay, none of them are caved in, and it has lost a bit of its shape. I think that was more to do with when it was being transported, it flattened out a little bit, so I'll put a bit of shape back into that bonnet there, but that's all that needs doing on this one. Okay, so that's the bonnets all finished off. As you can see, they've turned out pretty good. Obviously, they do still need work before they're ready for paint. The second one did have a bit more pitting in it and will need to be cleaned up slightly better. But other than that, for 4 hours work, I think it's taken me in total. I'm very happy with the result. So yeah, as I said, an extra little video to add to the collection. I'll be on to the bodies soon. but I'll be having more little extra videos like this in future, every time I get a new part and add to the collection before it all comes up for sale in the end. Right, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.